What's up, everybody? Brian here with another episode of Fishing Control. So we are finally out on the beach, getting 3 rods set up at first. Those are the ones that have rigs on them. I'm going to set 2 more up at some point, but these are the ones we're getting going. One is a redfish rig, nice long 30-pound leader. We're tipping it with Fishbites and shrimp. Tomorrow we're getting some different bait to come out here, but for right now, Fishbites and shrimp. Number 2 bigger rig is a slightly smaller circle hook on a single drop, no beater float. I think this is a 3/0 or 4/0 circle hook with Fishbites and shrimp. And then a small whiting / pompano rig. Big float, small float, Fishbites and shrimp. 2 of them are getting Hatteras storm sinkers, and one is getting the Sputnik. I'm going to set up another with the Sputnik with the fluoro leader with the small circle hook, and that seemed to work for some big whiting recently. That works well for redfish as well. So we're going to get to this. Fairly sure that's a fish on this rod. That's something real right here. What are you? What are you? Nice pompano. Holy cow. Dope. That is definitely the best pompano I've ever caught in Georgia. Settle down, fellow. Ow. Come here. Settle down. Settle down. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm gonna need the pliers. What a great fish. Look at this fish. I'd say that's what we were going for, folks. Keeper size pompano, what? Alright guys, this is without a doubt the best pompano I've ever caught in Georgia. We'll get a measurement on him here on the camera real quick, but we're definitely also going to try and get the lines back in that same zone, because if there's one of these, there's probably more of these. So how big are you? Over 11 to the fork. So that's definitely the biggest I've caught in Georgia. There's not a size limit here, so we're going to bonk them and bleed them and get them in the cooler. That is so great. It's a fish on the big rod. Hopefully it's there. That was definitely a hit. If it is, it's running at me like a pomp, which would be great. A little bit of a tug, a little bit of a tug. What are you? Another pompano! Yes! Pompano fish fry? Are you kidding me? These dudes are so hard to hold. Another pompano. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. Let's get him in the cooler. I got 2 rods to get back out now. So that was a rod I had just put out. I had waited out just a little bit. It's on the technically bigger setup, but with a small circle hook on it, like a size 2 circle hook. On, I think it's on 30 pound fluoro though. Fish finder / redfish style. Let's go for it. Pretty good ways out. Seems good. So here I've gone and tied a 17 pound fluoro double drop rig. And this is how I tend to do this, because like I see people like measure off pieces first, cut it off and do all kinds of weirdness. And I'm like, yo, I mess up my knots a lot. I may have to redo it. If you start tying stuff on before you finish tying all your loops, you may have to cut them off and redo everything. So before I even cut my section off the spool of line, I make my loops. I made my first loop a little bit up from the end, gave myself some extra, more than I think I want it to be, so I can tie my knot for the snap swivel or whatever is holding my weight. First loop. Come up to my second loop. And now I'm still attached to here, and I'll cut it off as much as I think I need. Now I can start attaching things to this, and it's made and ready to go. But made to my specifications. I saw they've got that pre-made loop line. You can cut off as much as you want, but they're already set to their spacing. They're set to how big the loop is off the main line. So I mean, it might be useful for certain stuff, bait catching applications and stuff like that. But I like to fine tune my pompano rigs and stuff. So fine tune is definitely a generous term, but have a little more customization over. That was a big hit over here, but I don't think it's still there. That was a doubled over rod. Come on. That was the hit we've been waiting for. Gosh, that was a big hit. Leave it for another second or two to see if whatever it was is still there, but with the size hit that was and how dead it is now, I'm thinking it might have been a shark and it might have cut off my hook. So we're gonna check. Still give a quick little hook set just in case something's out there. But dang. So I know that was definitely something big because I figured out how it got off. It straightened my hook out. So I'm gonna have to put a new hook on this rig before I can put it back out. That's wild. I'm guessing big ray. Maybe big shark. Well, that was pretty awesome. 2 great pompano off the beach on Tybee. Those are definitely the biggest pompano I've ever caught here. So I guess you could call that a PB. The one big one might actually be my PB pompano. It's possible that one that I caught in Gulf Shores before I started the channel was bigger. However, I'm not sure because I don't remember the measurement on that. So we're just gonna pretend like this is it because I do have an official measurement just shy of 11.5 inches. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna pick this episode up at the house. Might be tomorrow, might be tonight. At some point I'm gonna turn these pompano into some fish sandwiches, and I'll show you how I do that. All right, so I did not show the filleting of the pompano because I do not catch enough pompano to be a pompano filleting expert. But I filleted them basically like any other fish. The only difference is they have some head meat up over the head. So one of these bigger fillets will show this dangly bit is the bit up in the head, and that is some particularly tasty meat. You want to make sure to get it. You can feel for the soft spots in their head to make sure that you get it. But then I just give them a very quick rinse with water to get any oils and extra blood off of them, and then straight into a milk bath. And so pompano have a bloodline along the spine that goes all the way to the skin and out the skin, and their skin is very thin, so you want to make sure when you fillet them, you don't necessarily have to. Here you can see some of that bloodline, but I like to make sure to get rid of it. So after I cut the fillet off, I go along that on either side and remove it, and I think it makes my sandwiches taste better. So like I said, I don't catch a lot of pompano, so I don't have a ton of experience to go off of, but I have caught some and cooked some. So that's all my fillets there. Should be plenty. I'm gonna do some on a sandwich and some just on the side to have some. Probably put all the smaller ones on the sandwich and keep the bigger ones on the side. We'll see what happens. Maybe the smaller ones on the side. I haven't decided. Whatever fits the sandwich best will probably go on the sandwich. So now I've got the fillets here. They look nice. I'm going to season both sides with Everglades seasoning. It is a nice go-to. All right, yeah, so Everglades seasoning. This stuff is absolutely bomb on fish and other stuff too, but we mix it up, you know. This is the one I like on fish. There's another one I like on chicken. I've been liking the Danos on chicken, honestly, recently. Flip them. The thinner ones, I might just do one side. The thicker ones, I'm gonna do both. Might wind up just doing all of them both. Who knows? Why not? So again, we're using my nice high-walled pan. I think it's a 4-inch side. I like that one for frying fish. Helps me with splashes. Helps me, it's a smaller pan than some of my other ones. It it's good for fish. And we're gonna heat that up with a nice layer of wedgie oil. I think that's probably all we need. I wish I had peanut oil. I forgot to get some. I keep forgetting to get it. Putting it on the list right now because we're talking about it. So, all right, here we go. That's giving you a nice sizzle right away. Always go with the thickest pieces first. They will take the longest to cook. So we're going ahead and starting to flip. That may be a little premature. We'll let them go a little longer. Make room to start another one of these. Go ahead and get both these other thick boys in here. So in this side bowl, I'm not going to worry about necessarily trying to get it too perfectly on camera, but I'm going to start setting up my slaw. That's some nice firm fish. Like, even with as bad of a job as I'm doing with it, it's like hard to mess it up. Which is good. Seems like it seems like a user-friendly fish. So I don't recommend using slaw dressing that comes in a kit. Get some of this stuff. It's a little sweeter, it's way better quality, and just put as much as you feel like you like, and some slaw in there. That's probably about right. Yeah, that looks good. Turn that off. Pat these guys with another couple of paper towels, get some of the oil off. If you let most of them sit, shouldn't take too much of the seasoning with it, just a little bit. There's still plenty on the fish. Okay, well, we'll start right here. And time to assemble a sandwich. So, what I've done here, got some, this is what we had, Pepperidge Farm butter bread. How does this fit? Oh, that's great. It's really good. We're gonna pile some fish on here. Just like thus. Screw it, put this other big one right on there. Right on there. We're gonna taste a bite. Pompano is such a different ball game than whiting. Obviously. Get a little crazy with it. Toss a little slaw on this mofo. Okay. So here we go, massive pompano sandwich with slaw. It's unfair how good that is. It's a more firm flesh, more firm meat. With the bloodline removed, it's obviously not very fishy at all. Probably wasn't anyway. It's not a very big bloodline, but it's pretty pronounced. The sweetness of that slaw sauce combined with the crunch of the slaw and everything all together. No, it would be a really good, probably even better as a taco. Next time. Anyway. One more bite for you guys. It's just such, I can pull on it. And if I pull sideways with, across the grain, it comes apart in the middle, but like even along the side, that meat texture is just so good. These were some really healthy fish. Let's do that. Let me give you this full report. Mm-hmm. Favorite hot sauce? As far as store-bought hot sauce, like name brand hot sauces. Great go-to. Anyway, this is really good. I'm gonna get back to eating it. I'm gonna knock this off. I got some DJ practice to do today. Opening for Truth at Elon this weekend. So Thanks for watching Fishing Control. If you haven't had a chance to do so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like what you're seeing, leave a comment if you think I'm an idiot, or if there's stuff you want to see, or whatever the heck you want to tell me, just comment down below. If you think there's people that want to see this, share it with them. Anyway, thanks for watching Fishing Control, and we'll see you on the next trip.